Hello YouTubers, RogueMonkeyJr here, and in today's video we're going to discuss the audio in Apex Legends. Before we start off the video, if you enjoy it, hitting the like button really helps out the channel, and you could even maybe consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's jump straight into this. Alright, so last week I was making a video talking about how I think it would be a good idea to add solos into Apex Legends, and I was scouring through my saved footage that I have on my computer, and I stumbled upon some footage that I had from Season 2 of solos in Apex Legends, and even like other footage that was also in Season 2, and I think I even have some Season 1 footage somewhere in there, and I distinctly noticed something very different from Season 2 and like Season 1 compared to now, and that was the audio. So while I was watching the clips of solos and even a couple of games where I had some teammates, one of the things that really stood out to me was how much more precise the footstep audio was in previous seasons like Season 2 and before, as opposed to now. So you're gonna see a clip right here. Now I'm going to pause this, and I want you guys to tell me in the comment section down below where, according to the audio, was the enemy player in this specific moment. Alright, so if you answered on the roof, then you were correct. The enemy player was on the roof. Now if we take an example of another clip where there's a little bit more happening around me and I actually have a teammate with me, tell me where you think the enemy is, basing yourself off of the audio only. So if you answered behind the panel to the right, then you would be correct. The Wraith was standing behind the panel to the right. So reviewing all this old footage, it's something that really stood out to me is how much better the positional audio was in, past seasons. I'm talking like really past seasons, like last year past. And back then I could easily position enemy players just by their footsteps so easily, which I don't feel as though I can do it as much anymore. I have a pretty good pair of headphones. I'm using the Bear Dynamics DT990 Pros paired with a DAC amp, so I have a pretty good audio setup, and I should be able to determine where somebody is just based on their footsteps, but I don't feel as though this is the case anymore in current Season 6 of Apex Legends, or even a couple of seasons back. If we go all the way back to Season 4 or something like that, I really don't feel as though I've been able to do this nearly as precisely as I used to be able to, and sometimes footstep audio is just non-existent whatsoever, and I don't know the cause of this. I know in certain games, like I know Battlefield 5 had this issue. There were so many sound files playing all at the same time that in certain circumstances some of the audio files would just not play whatsoever, and more often than not the audio file that wouldn't play would be the footstep audio. Now I don't know if this is the same issue they're having in Apex Legends. I know it's a pretty old game engine, and I also know that it only refreshes once every 20 milliseconds with a 20 Hz tick rate servers, and that sometimes the packets are so big that they get sent in multiple updates, so that might be the issue. I seem to notice that when there are a lot of things happening, so if you have like an ultimate going off, a lot of gunfire and a lot of footsteps, people reloading, healing, and all these different sounds happening all at once, that is where I noticed that footstep audio is non-existent. So I don't know if there's too many audio files playing all at the same time, which makes it so that the footstep audio is not playing and it's not appearing in the packet that the server is sending to you. I'm not an audio expert, and I'm not a network connectivity specialist, but I don't know if that is the issue. Now I've seen a lot, like loads of people complaining about the sound problems and sound issues that have come up in Apex Legends in the past seasons, and I have to say that I have noticed that in multiple occasions I haven't heard a Pathfinder walk up on me, or even a Gibby, and let's be honest, Gibby's footsteps are pretty distinct. Sometimes even Pathfinder's grappling hook didn't play and he would sneak up on me that way, and I would be completely flabbergasted, like what the hell is this guy doing here? I didn't even hear him use the grapple, let alone hear his footsteps come up on me. And I know for a fact, as I said, a lot of people are having these issues, and they haven't really been acknowledged by Respawn as of yet. I have read somewhere or heard somebody talk about it, that there's only like 4 different levels of footstep audio in Apex Legends. So let's say there would be one level for when the enemy's like, I don't know, 50 meters out, one level for when he's like 25 meters out, one level for when he's 10 meters out, and then one level when he's right beside you. So it's not like the footstep sound is progressively getting louder, it's just playing the exact same, you know, whatever level it needs to play, no matter what distance he's at. So there's no sense of progression as to how close the enemy is getting, which is why I often feel as though people are coming up on me, you know, and I didn't even hear him a second before. It's because it was playing maybe the footstep audio level from 25 meters away, and when I heard him, he was right next to me, because there's no sense of progression or footstep audio fading in, I guess that's how you would call it. I don't feel as though there's this in Apex Legends, as opposed to other games. You can distinctly hear when somebody's getting closer to you that there is a sense of, you know, footstep audio fading in or out, no, fading in. So it goes from quiet to, you know, and it slowly progresses to louder and louder and louder until he's like right next to you. And I also don't feel as though I can distinguish my teammates' footsteps from enemy footsteps very well. I don't know if it's specifically me who feels as though this is a problem in Apex Legends. I don't seem to have this problem in other games, but in Apex Legends, I don't know what it is. Every time like a Bangalore walks next to me or a Gibby, I always turn around. I don't know why, I always think they're enemy footsteps, but that might just be a me problem. So I wanted to make this video talking about how I feel as though the audio has progressively gotten worse in Apex Legends over time, and also start a discussion with you guys. Do you feel as though the audio is worse now than it was before if you played, I don't know, Season 0, Season 1, and 2? Or do you feel as though it's pretty much the exact same? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thanks very much for watching, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.